As above, so below. Everyone's feeling this now in a pressure cooker. Light and sound reception and transmission. Your DNA is picking it up. How do you survive the great solar flash event? It's an evolutionary process. It no longer can be denied. So many people are feeling it. People feel it in their sleep. Yesterday, I got a lot of comments about the amount of dreams and people waking up in the middle of the night. A lot of those comments yesterday. This is mass ascension event. And whether you view it as ascension or evolution, it cannot be denied anymore. And in this lesson, I'm going to be speaking about ways, habits. This is part of our life now. Back in 23, it was a rough change that we went through. The Schumann resonance rapture, 2023, June. Many people that are tracking the Schumann resonance, you remember that it was actually 2 days and what the Schumann resonance did during that time. People had to rise to the occasion because the fabric of the reality changed and many people didn't pan out too well. And life was not easy in 2023. And we had to evolve because the game changed. This matrix is being reset right now. Do you know this? When you play a game, we are leveling up. When you play Super Mario Brothers, you play a game, you go to the next level, the screen just changes and then you're there. But we're actually alive. And the wiring of the body, your nervous system must be reset for the new level of the game. Let me say it again so it penetrates the brain. Your nervous system, I know a lot of people are feeling it. Everyone's feeling it. Are you feeling it? We are live. Smash the like button. I appreciate that. Smash it hard if you feel it. So your nervous system must be reset for this new level of the game. Jill Warsaw, 888. Abundance is here. Thank you so much for the super chat. If I was a cartoon character, you would see my solar plexus pulsating out of me. Hang in there, light warriors. Appreciate you sharing that with the community. Thank you for the super chat. The discomfort that I feel and a lot of people are feeling, and that's why there's so much pressure because it's very close together in the front and the back. It's almost squeezing you. And that's that Heinrich metamorphosis. That's that pressure. So when you have the solar plexus pressure, and then you also have the pressure at the base of the spine, there is so much pressure in that area of the body. And a lot of people are feeling this. And the only way out is through. So when you reach this place, there's nothing that could save you. You can't bypass it. You're going to have to go through it. And I'm going to be speaking about the one way. Say, what's the most important thing to survive the great solar flash? What's the most important thing, Uncle Mike? Embodiment. Embodiment. Alukamed, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm very grateful. I did a full video on what repent actually means. People don't understand a lot of these terms. But repent actually means there is a radical, almost total and instantaneous change within you. That's the embodiment. So when it gets very painful, when you reach this energy that rises up so high, there must be radical change that you implement in your everyday life. It is so intense right now, and it brings things up to the surface. Now, in order to get the mind to go through this process, you have to understand that it's the internal changes that are most important, because nothing in the outer world, and I text a lot of my fellow divine masculines that are out there, and we're all feeling it. And when the ending is unknown, when is this going to stop? Does anyone know? No one knows. This could go on for another year. When is it going to stop? When is my life going to be situated? When is this pain going to stop? When the ending is unknown, you're going to have to go within, real deep inside. And that's where that radical change, this is about your bodily systems. If you decide that you're going to continue to live in this world that we live in, we have to raise our frequency. It is about our frequency. It's not spiritual wackadoo. If the Schumann resonance changes and is at a higher frequency, if the sun, which we discussed in full detail yesterday, this will partner beautifully with yesterday's video. I discussed 3 main things yesterday you probably won't hear anywhere else on YouTube or anywhere to bring this all together. You can watch it if you haven't watched it yet. Okay? That sun, and those that see that white sun with the indigo coming out of the sun, it's not just the yellow sun, disregarding the sunrise and sunset at the later parts of the day. You still see that golden sun. But when you look at the sun, and so many people have reported this, and you can report it right now if you're new, and you say, yeah, the sun looks more white. The color of the sun has changed. That sun is the driving force for all the life that's here. And there's people that are programmed in that demented brain to run away from the sun. This is the life force energy. So this is, if I were to take this and apply it to Dr. Bruce Lipton, the biology of belief. What are your beliefs? What are your beliefs? I'm gonna sit you down. Uncle Mike's gonna sit you down right now. Let's sit down. Let's sit down, okay? For those that are waking up, okay? Do you have junk DNA? Is that what you have? Is that what you think? Is that your belief? Is that your belief? Because at this moment now, this is happening. We don't have time to convince anyone anymore. This is where we are, and we are moving forward. We're not waiting for all these massive energetic events to happen. They are happening in the now moment. So do you have junk DNA? Or is it responsible for light and sound reception and transmission? There's people walking this earth right now that think that they're a pile of junk because that's their belief system. So when your belief system, and I talk about psychology on this channel, which you must understand, you click subscribe, and you're going to be just fine, kid. What's your beliefs in that brain? Oh, I'm just a pile of junk. Okay, so that's why the wires are short-circuiting right now. Are you living connected to God, to nature, or are you doing all these chemical synthetic things? I don't know the answer. You know the answer, right? Okay, this channel is for people that are taking ownership of their health, their wellness, their ascension, their consciousness, their well-being. It's a totally different mindset. So if you're here today, you got to say, I'm responsible, and we're going to run through the door today, right? You ever get motivated? There are certain times you get so motivated, you're ready to run out the door, okay? Portia Bull, thank you so much. And Portia Bull writes the word freedom. It was always about your freedom. Every aspect of life, when you disconnect from the matrix, You're actually taking back your freedom. And once you have a little bit of taste of freedom, you could never go back. This could happen in the workplace, the jobs, right? And all of a sudden you maybe work for yourself. You could never go back. Everyone that does, you can never go back. It's always about your freedom. And it's always about if you could do something when you want to do it. And that's why when we are resetting, we are literally resetting this game. We are literally resetting our nervous system. And for those that are new, I always utilize this. That's many documentation, data, evidence that people that win the lotto, they go bankrupt because their nervous system, that's their frequency, they didn't change. So it always goes right back to the inner frequency. The inner world is changing. There's a lot of pain. There is a reset. The game is resetting. So to go to this new level, we don't just change the screen and there it's there. There's a whole kit and caboodle of things that are happening. And it's uncomfortable right now. And we must go through it in order to experience this new reality. Source Shield, thank you so much for the super chat. Intermittent fasting combined with daily activity can boost spiritual connection to source. Thank you for sharing that. That's how I live my everyday life. And it's great to see that you do that as well. I intermittent fast daily. I'm pumping and pounding every single day, walking in nature every single day. And it's not just about the physical attributes. There's no differentiation between the physical and the spiritual. But in life, that's how they controlled people. I recently shared about this documentary about the mirrors, the special mirrors they had in the 19th century and how they broke them all. There was something about the mirrors that like allowed people to see the spiritual realm. And it is spiritual above. And your physical attributes are actually a result of the frequency on the inside. Wow. Alicia Matthews, thank you so much for that. Thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Oh, BJ Prickett, thank you for the super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. So the internal change, when you ask, Uncle Mike, why does there got to be so much pain? Because in the brain, there's got to come to a question. You got to look at this. You got to look around. You got to understand. And inside, there's something that's got to say, there's got to be more to life than this. How many people in recent times came to this conclusion where you're just sitting here and you're just looking around? We could see on the TV, you could look around, you could look at the behaviors of the soulless ones walking around this earth, loveless, right? Cold. And you're saying to yourself, there's got to be more to life than this. Did you say this to yourself lately? It's part of the process. And the body systems are all feeling it. And that's why you could be sleeping, you could be out cold, and then you're waking up and your heart's pounding away. Sometimes you could wake up, you could feel totally numb. The energy is rising. So you are, and there are other people that have discussed this when the solar flashes happen, the solar activity, the solar flares, whatever the terms are you like, when that sun is blasting off energy, it takes what's inside of a person, because you can't hide from this. You cannot hide from the great solar flash event, okay? So it takes what's inside of a person and it puts it front and center. And I'm seeing it, and many other people are seeing the script that the NPCs are running are malfunctioning. How many people are here? And we've been talking about this over the past couple of weeks. And you're seeing the NPCs function. Something's off. Something's not making sense. You're seeing weird behaviors in your everyday life. Certain things don't make any sense. How does this even make, what are you saying? What are you doing? What's going on? Because this energy is so heightened right now. And this is how in your life, there could be people in the same room, in the same supermarket, in the same gym, and they're in two totally different worlds. Because we don't live in the physical world. We live within a band of frequencies. What's your frequency, kid? There is no off season for Our Everyday Lives. This is never going to stop. You might as well click subscribe today. Click subscribe. Improve your life today. Improve your life today. There is no off season in Our Everyday Lives. And in the past 6 months, the number one video that so many people resonated with, when I sat out there and I showed the beauty. You saw the beauty, right? But many people, the soulless people of this, they can't do this. This is a free will decision. And it was, you choose fear or you choose unconditional love. And it's scary to choose unconditional love, but people can't do it. And sometimes in life, you have to choose yourself for unconditional love. That's why many people, many high quality people, high vibe people are alone. Because you will never, once this process, this is happening right now, you have to learn this. So as we're shifting, you don't lower your frequency. Others must raise their frequency to you, and you become non-negotiable, right? Looking right at you, right? You got to become non-negotiable, and you don't drop yourself down. Bugs Bunny taught us about Ascension. Yeah. Don't go down there. It's dark. Yeah, it's dark down there. And some people understand how the NPCs of the world work. Crabs in a bucket that will pull you back down. Nah. You could be the lighthouse, and maybe one day someone will say, you know what? I want to raise my frequency. And people are struggling at this time. Because we have to pick up on the frequency that is coursing through what's inside of the body. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, you ever hear of unclean spirits? We're going to go very deep in this lesson. You ever have you witnessed unclean spirits? Smash the like button. All of a sudden, monitoring spirit is malfunctioning. Oh my God, that person was just here to be a distraction. Oh, a distracticon. Remember the Decepticons? You must understand this, because what I've shared, and I shared that in a recent video, many people resonated with it. Every time, it's the most important time period of your life. These bots of society, because the frequency's off. Oh, Mary Jane's about to find real love. Oh, Billy Bob is about to create something for the whole world and going to change it. And they're going to show up, right? Because there's free will here. And what happens, ready? What happens is they try to talk you out of it. And then through your free will, through your own fears, you made a free will decision to sabotage your everyday life. Understand the importance of this moment right now. Understand it, understand it, and get going. Cliff, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. I love you, brother. Sonia, thank you so much for the super chat. Sonia writes, heart pounding and tears flowing. Yeah, the tears are flowing. A lot of sadness, and what Sonia is writing right there is where you say there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be love in this world. There's got to be unconditional love in this world. There's got to be great things in this world. Lately, there's a lot of void. There's a lot of void. And the way that you get through it is actually gratitude, because I know that God is always going to give us what we can handle. And I sit with it because we always want the best. We want a beautiful relationship. with a beautiful, conscious girl, not a modern woman parasite. We want a beautiful relationship with the divine masculine, not a worthless, weak beta male. Smash the like button if you're picking up what I'm putting down. You got to say there's something more. There's got to be human connection. There's got to be soul connection. There's got to be something out there. There's got to be something out there more than reporting to this job just to pay the bills. There's got to be something that when I wake up in the rising, I'm so motivated to do this work. Heck, it's not work. It's a vocation in life. That's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. We are leveling up in this game. We are leveling up in this game. And this is a process. We're not just changing the screen. Mario doesn't just go to the easy. Now he's in level 3, whatever it is, right? Level 8, ready to fight Bowser, right? So when this is happening, you know, your nervous system is feeling it. The outer reality, all these weird things. Listen, let me tell you something. Even yesterday, I saw something that doesn't make no sense. Nah. If you're a conscious person, maybe you're aware of Mandela effects. You got to say, wait a minute. Did you ever do that? Hi. Did you do that? Wait a second. Something's off here. This doesn't make any sense. How did that change? So you want to be able to see these things. You want to be able to function. You want to have your third eye open, which is not just, I'm going to have a spiritual experience. You will be lost. I did a full video on that, if you're new. Why you must open your third eye or decalcify your pineal gland, whatever the terms are you like to use. With the amount of deception in this world at this time, and the more that you don't want to be fearful of it, but this is where the switch turns off, and I've seen this. Some of the trials. If you're a motivated man like myself, you will take the path of the warrior. Women as well. The obstacle is the way. Sometimes in life, you know, there was this obstacle, and it was very confusing. It was presented to me. And when we view this as it truthfully is, a matrix, and that it's actually a game, heck, we're not even here right now. What's real? So when you look at this thing, wow, look at this obstacle. But there's something in your heart that tells you, I got to take on this obstacle. The obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. All the time. All the time. If you are on this ascension journey, true ascension journey, not these fake people, I'm a this and that. No, if you're really doing this, what's awakening all about? It's to understand who you truthfully are. This is not no mainstream cookie cutter stuff. This is the real stuff. The real stuff. And you're going through this process because most people don't get to actually live their life according to who they truthfully are. And then they wake up one day and then you're sitting there and you say, you know what? I don't even want to be in this job. You're looking at that worthless, weak beta male, right? You say, I don't even want this relationship. You woke up, you realize she's a parasite, bro, right? I didn't even want this, whatever it is, right? I teach all the people, right? And what I'm able to do, because I study the humans, I understand how the programs of society work. That's why I could sit here and I know how 80% of the world, how their life is going to play out. Because you're just running a program. And after years of studying and being the observer, I got to go out in the world. I got to observe the behaviors. I got to observe them. They all do the same thing. That's why. And then there's people that hear, I understand that too. I know how this story is going to end. I know how it's going to end. But in life, if you're on this message, you're still here, right? You're focused. Can you focus your attention? Hurry up, give it to me in 30 seconds. I got to ascend. You ever see these clowns out there? Nah, probably not for you, little boy. Okay. There's so much in life that we were all unaware of. And there is a frequency that must change. Lori writes truth bombs. There's a lot of truth bombs on this channel, right? So in life, there's your 4 pillars. And even that's why I motivate people. To get there. Ooh, let's get our health and wellness up, baby. Click subscribe. And you might say, I'm sick and tired of living my life at this. Again, we don't. There's a lot of people that also go out there. I see them all the time. They're in their ego. They got to do all these things. But if you wake up in the rising, this is where we get to embodiment. I am the embodiment of health and wellness. I am the embodiment of constantly learning something new, expanding my consciousness, being an open mind, implementing changes, dropping the ego. How do you survive the great solar flash? Because the sun is going to get real hot. We have to be the embodiment of these things. Every day I'm working on my health and wellness. Every day I'm working on my consciousness. Every day I'm getting 1% better. And by the end of the year, I'm going to be 37 times greater. And I've watched this in the past 6 years. Watch my video. It's getting worse, because it is. Not for you, for many of these people. Imagine, with all the information in the information age, ignorance is a choice. It's a choice. We got the internet. Ooh, look, I'm on your screen. I could change your life, right? But if you choose to watch CNN all day, that's your problem. It's your problem. In the information age, ignorance is a choice. Okay. And I was grateful that I had YouTube years ago and I started this journey. And you know, when you think about it, before like these things started blowing up, whatever was on the TV, that's all we had. If you had the awareness and you made a choice to be ignorant, that is on you. To go through this shift, we have to be the embodiment daily. It is always the frequency of the embodiment. It is a lifestyle. I talk about this with my friends all the time. You know, sometimes I go home to visit my hometown. I see my old buddies in the gym there. I could go to where I am here. And there's that 20% that's always there. And it's always a mindset. And then there's people that they have a finish line in their head. Do you understand that there is no, if you want to remain alive, and this is just at any point, and we can, but you have a program in that brain. And those programs, that's why it's scary. And then we have physical symptoms. Oh, why do I feel this way? Because that subconscious is being wiped clean. And now you have new programs. And what happened? They wanted to cut you off from your spirit. You're easily controlled that way. All this is the physical. Wrong. Nah, there's the whole spiritual lens. So if you're still looking at this in a rational mind, that's why God tasked me for this role. And it's very difficult what I do, because many people in the world are polarized. They don't understand balance. They don't understand choosing a side, because they're cut off from the spirit. And a person with a very deep science background, I've gotten many comments about that. Wow. You know, a person with a science mind, but it's also deep spiritual leader. It's very rare in this world. That's why I study Dr. Bruce Lipton, right? I share about my journey. I share about the true men that have influenced me, not this fake stuff. A lot of people know Dr. Bruce Lipton. And, it was a great influence on my life. We're all influencers, right? And what we want to do is make sure when our head hits the pillow at night that we influence people to improve their everyday life, to improve their life, because we're not going back in the game. Heck, Celestial Gatekeeper, thank you so much for the super chat. Open the gates today. Celestial Gatekeeper writes, game over. I love it. I love it. I love it. The old game is over. And now a new game, a new level, if you will, has begun. And it's undeniable. And this frequency, and when you're seeing the Schumann resonance spike like this, wow, and you feel it. When you feel it, so there are people that they have no clue about this whole spiritual journey. They don't know what a Schumann resonance is, right? But some of them could be my buddies in the gym. So I feel this. Hey, Mike, pull me aside. Mike, why don't I feel this way? Mike, I had this. Mike, I had this dream last night. Did you have these? So one of the things, the subconscious, that's what your dreams, that's what your sleep is all about. Okay. Your sleep might be off. So many people having it right now. Dreams, very vivid dreams, strange dreams. And I've been experiencing this at an accelerated rate. It's not every night. Remember, if you normally remember your dreams, the type of dreams that you have, but there are very deep messages that are coming up. And what's coming up in a dream is representing what has lied dormant within your subconscious. Just because it's the subconscious, it doesn't mean that it's not the most important thing in your life. Why is that, Uncle Mike? Well, you know that iceberg, right? That iceberg. Look at how big that iceberg is. What's underneath that water is tremendous. And your subconscious is tremendous. It's more important than your conscious. And when you're able to change the and all this stuff, all that stuff that's been lying dormant within you, within our bodies. That's why we have the pains. You could have the stomach pains. So the stomach pains, this is so important. All right. Think about all of the unknown that has come up in a post-2020 world. People's stomachs, people's solar plexus were hit hard. And this is because it's anxiety, fear of the future. What did I say earlier? When the ending is unknown, because you're sitting there and you're sick and tired of this. So when is this going to end? This is what it feels like. When is this going to end? And it doesn't end. So then you got to get the warrior. This is where the Heinrich metamorph. And then you say, I'll take the whole world on. And if it's important to you, you have to get this mindset. It's a mindset. This is what I have. And then you have to say, you know what? And you got to say, I'm sick and tired of the evil in this world. Is that you? Are you sick and tired of all the backwards stuff in the world? Evil's actually backwards. Are you tired of this stuff? So then, and then you say, well, there's people that they don't want to live. They don't want to lead with love. In a modern society, they're too much in the ego. Then you got to get to this place. Even if I have to do it myself. Very powerful place to be. Because you can't rely on anything else. How much of this world is compromised right now? Rune Sage Music. Thank you. It's all about the music. Yeah. I believe the music is a tap into the quantum. I've talked about it. I think I'm gonna do another video on the music. Thank you so much I go on tantrums. Thank you so much for the super chat. Level up. Absolutely level up. If you're ready to level up, hit the like button. Everyone write level up in the comments today, and we will level up real fast. Okay? Level up. Thank you for that Rune Sage music. It is about the music. That's the frequency. And I've seen this over the years. And now I'm able to articulate these things. But, those that were very in tune, you were sensitive. Are you sensitive? Oh, my widow empath. Are you my widow empath? I love you. Are you so sensitive? So we're all actually, I'm actually very sensitive. Some people see me, oh, look at it, because again, they judge on the outside. But it is important to be sensitive. And when you are very sensitive and you pick up on all these energies, and that's why I spend a lot of time out in nature. Okay. And it is important to spend time in nature now, grounding, as above, so below, as the solar flash is flashing, as the Schumann resonance is rising. You could run, but you can't hide from this event. And this is mass ascension. It's happening across the board. And really, if you are feeling this, I know we're live right now. You're going to have to go back after this is over and write a comment, because we are a community. And when other people are saying, yeah, I'm feeling this, this, and this, it gives people comfort that this is happening. We're not waiting for this. And that's the problem in life. Some people, I got to heal still. You're finished. It's finished. Okay, but what happens in life is people get addicted to a certain phase of their life, and then they allow evolution to pass them by, right? They allow evolution to pass them by. No, we're inside. I knew inside. And you know when you're ready to move on to the next phase in life. And this is called, which listen, I've witnessed this many times. It's called self-sabotage. You do it yourself. People don't like to hear that. Tough. I share from my lens. I've seen this with many broken women, and I tell them right to listen. Let me tell you, whoever's listening to me, everyone says, "Oh, I'm so spiritual. I want the divine masculine," but they don't want to hear the truth. Okay, if you love that, hit the like button. I just speak the truth, and I've told people you're just self-sabotaging, and they get very triggered. They don't want to hear it. Okay, these are the truth bombs. Cry me a river. That's what they do. You are self-sabotaging, and you will allow evolution to pass you by. Am I the best spiritual psychologist on YouTube? I appreciate that, Brandy. Let's get it out to the masses today. So in our lives, we have to understand, and that's why I present everything. You have to be well-rounded. I can't be held in a box. I can't be held in an algorithm. I have to give it all to the people, because that's the only way I'm here. All right? Let me talk to you now. Let me talk to you. I'm going to talk the truth. Some people can't. Well, Jack told us, right? You can't handle the truth. Remember when Jack told us? You can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. But let me talk to you, because this is the truth. I would have never survived 2023 if I didn't do all this stuff. And I'm grateful to God. I never would have survived it if I didn't do all this stuff. Because at the end of the day, life, let me talk to you, life is about who you become. And I know the man that I have become today because I had to fight through this stuff. You think we wake up in the morning, I want to do all the obstacles all the way. These are the training grounds. Because if this doesn't change on the inside, You could try to spiritually bypass this all you want. You could try to spiritually bypass this all you want. This is the answer. If that nervous system, if the subconscious does not change, you will never change your everyday life. Period. The end. There's no course. There's no crystal. There's no tarot card. All these things are good. They're tools, right? Some people also get triggered by them. I catch them, get triggered. At the end of the day, it's always the answer. It's never going to change. If you say, why is the sun blasting us like never before? Why is the Schumann shocking us like never before? It's because that nervous system, it is because that subconscious must change. Who are you when you close your eyes? Who are you? It's the answer. And it has to become painful because people don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. I'm a consciousness coach. I'm not here to be kumbaya. I came here to get the job done. That's why people resonate. Some people don't like it. Tough. People don't change. Let me say it again. Me too. People don't change until the pain of remaining the same. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and the beta male's got to say, maybe I got to wake TF up. Maybe I am not going to be a piece of for the rest of my life. Maybe the modern woman, you got to wake up today. Maybe I'm not going to be a POS for the rest of my life. And you got to wake up today. And you got to rise up to be the divine feminine today. Wake up today. Because that pain, that you're going to keep feeling that pain. And then you got to say, I got, there's got to be more to this life. This is the answer. Why this energy is so high right now? You're going to sit there. You're going to be miserable. You're going to sit there by your truck, miserable, out on a beach alone, like misery when love is right there. And you're going to say to yourself, I got to wake up today. I'm not going to be a miserable, you know what, and I'm going to be the divine feminine. You're going to wake up today. You're going to break your phone, beta boys. You got to say, I got to get off these sites today. You have no idea. Got to get up today. Got to rise up today. Hit the like button today. Wake someone up today. Because we are waking up today. This is the answer. It's the pain. Stacy M., thank you so much for the super chat. Our bodies speak to us when it is aligned with the frequency all around. I get chills when hearing truth. Absolutely. That's that frequency. It rings like a bell is a term I used to use. Sometimes it could come. Sometimes I hear something in a commercial. I have heard things in life. And for some reason, it just stood with me. And there's a reason why. It's because it's so important. It is a deep truth. That's why, so if you didn't watch it yet, I'm calling the shots now because we're past this. So if you're hearing me, so I'm always going to be a teacher. So let me share this story. I'm going to go a little bit longer. So I feel that this is important to share today. Anyone that's watching this message to this point. I had a great teacher, a great science teacher years ago, Mr. Rabinow. Mr. Rabinow, I love Mr. Rabinow, a great science teacher. And he just gave us very specific, not like, just if we had to read these 3 pages for the next lesson. And in life, like some people want to deny, or bypass. If the teacher is telling you, so Mr. Rabinow would give us something, and then like the class would, whether they're complaining or they're not getting it, and he's like, I told you. And then he goes like this. He goes like, it's like ragu. It's in there. Some people might remember the old school ragu commercial. So Mr. Rabinow would look at us and go, "It's like ragu. It's in there." So let's fast forward to now 2026. Here's Mr. DellaRocca on the TV. How you doing? If I tell you you didn't watch this video, I'm telling you, it's like ragu. It's in there. So thank you to Mr. Rabinow, who was an influence in my life. I was in the biomed program in my high school. And Mr. Rabinow was my science teacher. It's truthfully amazing, this life. It really is. You know, you never know. You're just a teenager, and that's why I keep pushing this forward to influence other people. So when Mr. Rabinow used to say, "It's in there," trust your instincts. If you didn't listen to that talk, trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. This is over. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is over. It's over. And when I give directions, follow the directions. I don't have time to prove anything to anyone that's not going to survive this. I don't have time, the people that are going to get left behind, whatever the terms are. That body's got to be clean. No unclean spirits. No unclean anything. This is happening with or without you. Sorry, Toots. He was the best. He was the best. Yeah. It's amazing. And if you're sharp, if you really clean this out, your memory. So several things that I share, and again, I'm just trying to encourage people. If your memory is shot, if your attention span is done, click subscribe today. I'll say it again. If you critique your own life, is your memory sharp? A lot of people's memory not sharp. Is your attention span ironclad? Give me Ascension in a TikTok. I saw you on a TikTok. I know everything about you. Ooh. No, boy. No. So understand the magnitude of what's happening. Amy Sunshine Ray writes, "Real talk, Michael." I appreciate that. And this is where we are in life. So I don't have time anymore. I know the importance of the time period. So again, anyone that's new, there are videos. If you haven't, and I refer to these videos because the work that I'm putting out is important, and I am giving you the answers. It's like ragu. It's in there. He was great. So it is in there. Check out the videos. Know the importance of this moment. It really is. This year is one of the most important moments of your life, and some people will deny it. 2023 was also the same. Okay? A lot of people were here. A lot of people that tracked the Schumann resonance. Remember the Schumann resonance rapture wave of 2023 in June? And here we are. And we all made free, and I made free will decisions. And that's why some people each year became 37 times greater. 1% per day. Raising your frequency is not just this. We have to better our lives today. We have to get up today. And I hope this message inspires you. So many people are feeling it. This is an authentic channel and community. I am grateful for all of the community, everything that you do. If you could smash the like button before we get off the air. If you watched live and you missed some, you could watch the replay. If you go on the replay, leave a comment down below what you're feeling in your body, because your body is the tuning fork telling you the truth. You can check out the video in the pinned comment, videos that pop up on the screen. We have a tremendous Facebook community. You can hit me up on Facebook. The link is in the description. We got Patreon, TikTok, all that stuff. Stacy M, I'm so grateful. Thank you for the super chat. People need to learn the American language, meaning behind Jesus's words. He taught the same as you. I appreciate that very much, Stacy. I'm very grateful for those words. Thank you very much for that. I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for the love. Remember, collectively, we're greater than the sum of our parts. Let's get out of the ego today. Let's get into oneness today. Let's get into oneness today. we have leveled up in the game. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love you guys very much. Have a good one, Joe. I appreciate everyone. We do have tremendous memes on Facebook. Hit me up. It's going to be a great day. It's a great day. I love you guys so much. I love you. Embody and embrace the love and run towards love. It's very disheartening to watch the coldness, the soullessness of this world. Run towards love today. Many cannot do it. You can. I love you. Bye for now.